Hey you guys, welcome to another episode of the Fit Women's Weekly YouTube show. On today's episode, I'm going to share with you the secret tactic that I'm going to be implementing all year long that made me see the best results ever from 2017. It was just a quick 50-day challenge that I did that has completely changed my outlook on the way that I kind of take my own fitness personally, and I'm going to be implementing it even more this year. So you might be wondering, all right, awesome, Kendall, so what is this? And it's called Fit Quickies. Dan and I started doing Fit Quickies actually a really long time ago with our clients, where the idea is just to do something really small each day to help progress you forward. So even if you're working out regularly, maybe it was wake up and do 25 push-ups in the morning, or make sure to get in a handful of vegetables at every single meal. Small things that could actually have really big results. And I always knew that this was the case, that if you're adding something in and doing it consistently, that you can see some great progress. But I never really did it personally with myself too consistently until last year. And it started with this app. It's called Paper. It's a Dropbox app. And Dan created this challenge. It was under a program, under a file that he called Unleashing Badass. And he gave me a 50-day challenge to do 100 ab wheels every single day. So it's called the Ab Wheel Experiment. He made a checklist so that every day I could just hit the box and it would cross it off. And so for 50 days straight, I just did this one little thing. It took me less than 5 minutes per day. And I stayed consistent with it over 50 days. And by the end of the 50 days, I saw a better definition than I had in a really long time. I was making better choices with my nutrition. My workouts were a little bit tailored more towards specific improvements instead of just kind of throwing together a couple of exercises. So I was actually working on progressing forward. And so yeah, I saw some great results, which I'll make sure to show you guys. But because of that, I learned that I love having a checklist, something that each day I can say, okay, here's what I need to do, and cross it off. It makes me feel accomplished. It makes me feel like I'm working towards something. And let's face it, right now we're kind of all setting our own personal goals, right? And we all want to make sure that we achieve them. So I'm going to do this, and I'm sharing it with you because maybe this is something that you're going to want to jump into. So each month for the month of 2018, I'm going to be choosing 1 or 2 exercises to go between. I'm going to mark off a checklist in paper where I'll write down what it is. So for month of January, there's 31 days. So for 31 days, I've already got it all tailored out. So I've got day 1, do this. Day 2, do this. For this month, I'm going between ab wheels. Because I did go a little bit, I kind of stopped being consistent with them, and I do love adding them to my program. But then I'm also adding a squat routine to every other day. So one day I'll do squats, one day I'll do abs. And the cool thing is, because I have it laid out this way, every 7 days I'm kind of progressing myself forward. So for the first week of January, last week I did 125 ab wheels. This week I'm jumping it up to 150 ab wheels. And then the same goes with my squats. I started off with a certain amount of weight, and each week I'm going to make sure that I'm progressing in my sets and my reps and my weight a little bit, playing with those different variables to make sure that I'm getting stronger and see what happens at the end of the 30 days. So I would love for you to join. I definitely think that it helps to have some kind of app where you can actually write it down and not just mentally tell yourself, I'm going to do this, because at the end of the night, you can mark it off. And if you don't do it that day, you've made it a point of like, oh man, I didn't do it today, but I'll make sure to get in there and do it tomorrow. Whereas if you just kind of hold it in your head, you hold it in there, it's too easy just to be like, I'll get to it eventually. And then your challenge only lasts for 5 days instead of the whole month. So what happens at the end of this month? Am I just going to stop doing ab wheel, and am I going to stop doing squats? No, next month's going to be a different program that I'm going to tailor it to. I'll make sure that I'm staying focused on the areas of my fitness that I want to concentrate on. If you're wondering, one of those areas is definitely trying to boost my butt a little bit. It's kind of one of my weaker areas, so I'm trying to strengthen up my legs and my butt, and also make it a little bit more plump and round. So you'll see a lot of my monthly challenges are going to be geared towards that lower part in some way. So this is my secret. It's called Fit Quickies. It works, you guys, and I'm sharing it with you because maybe you'll like to jump in there with me, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to know if you're going to do it, what's going to be your first monthly challenge to yourself. I think Dan right now is doing 100 kettlebell swings every single day for the month, and I know that he's kind of doing the same exact format where every month it changes up a little bit. Sometimes it's going to be fitness related, sometimes it's going to be personal related, sometimes it's going to be nutrition related. But having something to focus on, just one small thing, really takes that intimidation out, so you're not like, oh my god, I'm trying to change everything. in a single night. So I can focus on just those 2 moves for the entire month and then progress to something different. I hope that helps you guys. That's today's video. I'll be back on Thursday with much more. Have a great day. Make sure that you head over to fitwomensweekly.net. We're kicking off our 12 days of sweat and strength with me. So for 12 days, you're gonna get a brand new workout every single day, as well as a tip of how to make fitness more of a habit into your life. How do you fit these workouts into your life even when your day is going crazy and insane? And one thing I can promise you, these workouts are really short that you're gonna be getting. They're truly micro-hit style workouts, which if you're familiar with my style of workouts, it means it's short. You can fit it into your day super easy, but it's effective. It's gonna get those muscles burning. It's gonna get your heart rate up. You're gonna be sweating. So make sure to head over to fitwomensweekly.net. Get signed up. It's completely free, and you'll be able to get your first workout right away so that you can start today, or if you're doing this at nighttime, you can get started first thing in the morning. Love to hear back from you. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I do release videos every single week, and then leave your thoughts and comments down below.